ChiChi was a sleek, jet-black Taiwanese dog with a glossy coat. His pointed ears stood tall and alert, and he always walked with a rhythm in his step. Ever since he was a pup, he had been hyperactive, never able to sit still for even a moment. Above all, he loved to dance, whether it was spinning, backflipping, or pulling off floor moves. Dancing came as naturally to him as breathing. Street dance was ChiChi's life. Breakdancing, floor work, windmills, moonwalks, anything that let him move, he adored. More importantly, he was the undisputed dance king of the streets in his city. Every evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon and the night market lights flickered on, ChiChi would appear in the plaza center, blasting heavy beats and dazzling the crowd with his electrifying dance routines. And each time he performed, a group of young female dogs would gather around him, mesmerized by his moves. ChiChi Tilda, your moonwalk tonight was flawless, squealed Mimi, a cream-colored poodle with a pink bow tied around her neck. I even dreamed last night that you danced so hard, you flew into the sky, barked Lily, a French bulldog wearing sunglasses, clearly hyped. ChiChi bro, I wrote a rap song for you. Wanna hear it, said Lily the Labrador, bounding over with her notebook in her mouth. ChiChi simply spun around, flashed a cool smirk, and finished with a slick floor spin. Wait till I finish this set. It wasn't that he didn't like them, he just loved dancing more. In his eyes, there were no rivals, no distractions, only victory and himself. Every night, he soared across the plaza like a war god. No one had ever been able to beat him. He gave his all to every performance, dancing as if he were a living legend. Every glance, every leap left the audience gasping in awe. There was even a corgi named Flora who ran a fan page called ChiChi's Daily Dance Diary, posting dashing snapshots of him every day, racking up thousands of views. One night, a big street dance competition caught the whole city's attention. Naturally, ChiChi joined. As he confidently prepared to execute a final, show-stopping windmill, a cream-colored dog in a hoodie stepped onto the stage. His movements were smooth and precise. His name was Milkshake, a new dancer with a fresh style and endless creativity. ChiChi narrowed his eyes. Who's this guy? I heard he's new in town, already won a couple of major awards, Mimi whispered beside him. ChiChi scoffed. Just a rookie pup. Let me show him what a legend looks like. The battle began. Cheers erupted as the two dogs clashed on stage. ChiChi's moves were sharp and explosive, Milkshake's were fluid, rhythmic, and inventive. After a fierce showdown, the judges announced, tonight's most popular dancer is Milkshake. ChiChi froze. But what stunned him even more was the sight of the fangirls rushing to Milkshake for autographs. Milkshake, you're so cool. Minnie squealed, wagging her tail. That slide move just now was insane. Mimi's eyes sparkled. You have to tell me when you perform next, I'll film the whole show. Even loyal Flora the corgi had switched sides. ChiChi stood in the shadows, feeling like someone had knocked over a bowl of dog food in his heart. He leapt back on stage, firing off his flashiest floor moves, tightest rhythms, and most explosive spins. But the crowd had clearly cooled down. Some even pulled out their phones, filming his performance as if it were a meme. Haha. That face, looks like a frog got zapped. Is that a dance move, or is he scratching himself? LOL. He's trying to copy Milkshake, but it's so distorted, it's hilarious. Why? Why is it that even though I try so hard, all I become is a joke? ChiChi murmured under his breath, tears sliding silently down his black face. With dark fur and dark eyes, no one even noticed he was crying. The video of him was edited into a meme and went viral. Ever wonder how a dance king breaks down? Watch this triple fail compilation. Mocking comments flooded the internet. ChiChi became the laughingstock of the city. ChiChi broke down. He shut himself off from the world, stopped dancing, and hid in an alley behind some garbage bins. Even the other dogs couldn't find him. One day, heavy rain swept him into a roadside drain. He was taken to a hospital. When he opened his eyes again, he was lying in a clean, quiet room. He didn't want to speak. He felt worthless. As he stared blankly at the ceiling, a soft voice spoke up, "You're awake. Were you dreaming about dancing just now? Your legs were twitching, it was kinda funny." He turned his head and saw a frail black cat curled up beside the bed. Her fur was dull, and she looked weak, but her eyes sparkled with gentle warmth. "Who are you?" ChiChi asked. "I'm Lumi. I live in the room next door. Your legs twitch like crazy every day. It's loud, but also kinda funny." Lumi grinned. Her laughter was sincere, with no trace of mockery. ChiChi frowned. "Are you making fun of me?" "Not at all. I think you're hilarious. That move you did, was it a floor slide? Ever try doing a comedy version of it?" Lumi said as she imitated one of his moves, wiggling her body like a snake and mimicking his offbeat stumble. ChiChi wanted to be mad, but seeing Lumi's scrawny figure, the anger just fizzled. He even felt a little smile tug at his mouth. "Are you sick?" ChiChi asked. "Yeah, my stomach's messed up. Eating hurts. But I still love cream puffs," Lumi said with a silly smile. That day, for the first time, ChiChi wasn't thinking about winning or about himself. He just listened quietly to Lumi telling strange, funny stories, and time flew by. Lumi would mimic his viral meme videos, sometimes almost too accurately. "This was your face when you slipped for the first time, Tilda, and this was your existential crisis face after Milkshake beat you, Tilda." ChiChi watched her and, for some reason, felt warm inside. Later, he began visiting Lumi every day. He'd turn hospital carts into stages and perform new comedy dance routines. Once, he even used an enforced stand as a prop in a hilarious dance, making Lumi laugh so hard she couldn't sit up straight. "ChiChi, you're the funniest dancer I've ever seen," Lumi said. ChiChi rubbed his nose, a little shy, but inside, he felt truly seen.
When he was finally discharged, ChiChi returned to the streets to dance again. Music filled the air. ChiChi stepped into the center of the crowd. Gasps erupted from the fans. ChiChi's back. He's dancing again. But Milkshake's here too. ChiChi ignored them all. He closed his eyes and let the rhythm take over. His moves now had more soul than ever before. Every motion told a story. In the middle of a dazzling routine, he'd throw in a silly tail spin or a goofy roll, and the crowd would burst into laughter. The audience went wild. His dancing was still dazzling, but now it was relaxed, full of humor. He'd pretend to fall and rise with flair, flip it into a cool comeback. He'd mimic the audience's surprised or joyous expressions, and even end a set with an intentionally offbeat routine that had everyone howling with laughter. At first, people were surprised. "Huh? ChiChi's doing comedy now?" But soon, laughter drowned out the applause. Everyone was having a blast. And ChiChi, he danced more focused and free than ever before. In his eyes, there was no more rivalry, no comparison, no chasing validation. Because he knew Lumi was watching him from the corner. And as long as Lumi smiled, he was the best dancer in the world. From that day on, the streets had a new kind of legend. Not just ChiChi the Battle King, but ChiChi who made people laugh, who wasn't afraid to laugh at himself. A true dance king isn't just someone who dances. He's someone who dances straight into your heart.